stupid. I can't see it when we go live. Ow!
All right, welcome everybody to Three Beards Podcast. My name is Craig. Along with me, as always, Austin, Chris, and very esteemed special guest, Mr. Aaron Evans, former UCF football player. Thanks for coming on here, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, this is it's one of those. We'll kind of let you just tell a little bit about yourself. For anybody that doesn't know yet. I mean, he's former UCF player. Like I said, go ahead and just tell people a little bit about your time at UCF when you played.
Okay, so my story is I graduated high school 2013. My first season with UCF was 2013, the first Fiesta Bowl we went to. Blake Bortles was the quarterback. That was a wild year. And then we had another back-to-back championship season this following year, like really building UCF's name. And then we went 0-12.
Yeah, that was a good year.
So I went from the peak all the way to the valley, and then I was about to quit. I was almost done playing after that season. I thought that staff was still there. I was going to be done playing. I told my parents, like, prepare a room for me to come home.
Now, was it the coach? Just a little side note, real quick on that. So, was it the coaching staff? Was it just mainly the coaching staff, like coaching style, or was it like just a personal conflict with one of the coaching?
Coaching style, I would say. It was just I was not happy, and then the environment. I mean, on top of losing every game, but I wasn't happy prior to. But then Frost staff comes in, and it was honestly a night and day difference. It was amazing. I loved playing for them. I wish I had another year to play with them. But we go back on the rise, and then we go 13-0 my senior year. And then after that, I got a chance to play in the NFL. I played for the Eagles for a little bit. Played preseason. I graded out the number one left guard for rookie class out of preseason. So whoop-de-doo. I got a plane ticket home. And then I got an opportunity to play for the Apollo. And then I had a God moment, to say the least. We can go into that more if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
But I just dumped my whole life out, and I started doing art full time in April. Late April, and it's been taken off since.
Now, what's your medium in art?
I primarily do acrylic, but I dabble in like spray paint, and I've ventured into oil a little bit, but I like just mainly acrylic.
What style do you paint in? I mean, is it kind of your own, or are you more just like surreal?
So the thing is, it's so new still that I think I just started to pin down what my style is. Prior to this, I had never spent more than maybe an hour or two on a piece. But now I'm spending like 30, 40 hours pieces. So it's like I'm still figuring it out. I'm learning so much about painting that I never knew day after day. So I would say my style is more abstract with some realism, pop art vibes. But
nice.
I like energy and movement and color. So yeah. Contrast creates interest.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
He paints with acrylic too as well. So so that's why I was kind of curious. What style you painted in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you use it on canvas, or are you more like on an object? I mean, what do you use for your?
I'm mainly canvas because it's just convenient. But I really enjoy doing the murals. The murals is probably my favorite thing to do right now. I just like how big the canvas is, so to speak. I like how big the surface area is and how you can I have to use my whole body to paint this. It's not just like I'm in this little area painting. It's like this whole arm, whole body flow. So it's just really fun to do that. And the pictures are a lot more impactful because of the size and scale of it. I think it's really fun to do.
That's awesome.
That's like I said. I'd love to see. I think Chris, in Austin, we were talking about that. It's like we'd love to see some of your pictures. Get those posted up.
I'm gonna post them up. He made a great mural of it right before the season started for the UCF guys. It was beautiful. So I gotta post it up there after this.
Yeah, post that. I want to go back and touch up the second one I did.
Yeah. So I was telling the guys, because Craig, he's a Hawaii fan, Oregon State, he's from Oregon. Chris, unfortunately, is an FSU fan, slight UCF. He joined in on the bandwagon. We started losing this year, so I kind of kicked him off the bandwagon. But when when we went 0-12, man, as a fan, I was sitting in the stands, and I couldn't believe that we lost to Furman of all people. I'm
Oh,
like,
bro.
this isn't our year. When we lost to Furman, I turned to my uncles. I'm like, this isn't our year. And then obviously we went 12. And man,
It was the
when I
perfect.
tell you,
Oof.
man, I was sitting in the alumni section because my uncles are like alumni, and it's pretty much a family section for the most part. But man, when I tell you, I never heard more cuss words when O'Leary was coaching than I've ever heard. Man, I don't know how you did it. So I'm totally excited to bring you on because like you said, you started out from the bottom with the O'Leary 0-12 to Scott Frost national champs. So
Yeah.
I wanted to hear that.
As a
Talk
player,
about
the amount of respect. Frost showed a lot of respect to his players, so it was just
Yeah.
a big difference.
I just don't know what happened.
You can't deny
With Blake Bortles, you have Blake Bortles, you won the Fiesta Bowl, and then it's like we 0-12. It's like, how do you do that? So.
Well, again, I think it was just really like that perfect storm, like losing the games, and then the players started to turn against the coaches, and then the more we lost, the worse it got, and then we just wanted everyone gone, and then it was everyone man for themselves, and then everyone just set everything on fire.
Yeah, pretty much.
and kind of the recent one, like we've been talking to 3 people. So the new one, like I really enjoy is the transfer portal that's available for you guys, as an athlete.
Yeah.
Do you, in retrospect, looking, in a way, was it good that it wasn't available for your team? Because your team might have just bailed.
Oh yeah, no. You should have heard the celebration when O'Leary was resigned or whatever, stepped down. However they worked it. Like it was that our team would have disseminated.
Wow.
To say the least. We were all elate, like just thrilled, completely thrilled when things kind of were changing because we just wanted something different as players. We wanted something different. So yeah, I'm glad that option wasn't available because it would have probably been even uglier.
Wow. We would have been where we are now.
So now did you just go into training camp? You said you were with the Eagles. Now, were you drafted by them or?
No, I was a priority free agent. The Raiders, Saints, Chiefs, and I think one other team, and then the Eagles all contacted me as a priority free agent. The Eagles had a similar offense that I was used to, and then they offered me the most, so I picked that option. Hindsight 2020, I shouldn't have gone to the defending champions with men. So that's on me, bad on me. But it was a good learning experience. It definitely shaped me into the man I am. I got called arrogant when they fired me, and by someone I never had talked to, like the GM or something, and it like really struck a nerve with me. But since then, it's sort of led. I would say that triggered my evolution to where I am now.
Now, you mentioned, I think if I apologize if I'm butchering, what you said, but you said like your God moment.
Yeah. So.
Tell us about
that. So when I was playing for the Apollos, I was actually really enjoying myself, regardless of all the weird logistics and other minor issues with it. But I enjoyed it. I had a good time. There wasn't so much politics and BS as there is in the NFL. So it was just enjoying yourself playing football, which is what I like. The reason if I could go back and play, I would. If I could remove all the politics, all the talk, everything, I could just play football, I would probably go back and play. But you can't remove all that, sadly. So the Chiefs called me in April. When the Apollos ended, I was sort of bitter, and I started painting more seriously. In January of this year, I just told myself I was going to take my art more seriously, actually invest in it. So when the Apollos ended, I painted a painting, and actually, funny story, Jordan Akins bought it off of me. He was my first client with under my current alias as an artist. But he bought it, and I was like, wow, this is actually viable. I was like, I can actually do this because I made a pretty good chunk of change. And I was like, okay, so I can actually do this. And I was starting to paint. And then like I was dating a girl at the time. We'd broken up because I was starting to hint that I didn't want to play football anymore, and that was not okay. but
Jeez.
but so I was in my yard, and the Chiefs called me like Friday. And the Chiefs called me, and they're like, we want you to come out to mini camp this summer. So like 6 months ago. And did he just cut out? But so the Chiefs call me, and I'm like, I get a sick feeling to my stomach, just like a bad feeling, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but like I really don't want to go. Like I was like, I don't know why, but I really have no desire to go. And I did. I sought counsel. I called everyone I could think of, just like get advice. But ultimately, it was my decision to make. And I'm in my yard Sunday night. I had to call my agent and call the Chiefs back that night. And I was like, God, listen. I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I really don't know what to do because my heart is telling me to paint, but like football has been my journey my whole life.
Yeah.
And I want to, like, I thought you had football for me, so I'm gonna go play unless you actually verbally speak to go do something else. Like, because I was like, I need an audible, I need to hear your voice, I need a clear sign, I need a billboard to go paint. Otherwise, I'm gonna play football. And as soon as I finished that prayer, a family friend called me and she's like, "Don't talk. God wants me to tell you something." And she's like, "God's gonna use you more in art than he ever did in football."
Wow.
Damn.
And so I quit everything in my life that moment. And
Yeah, I mean, that's something. Like I said, what's the odds? I mean, somebody that you wasn't even expecting a call from to say.
No, I wasn't expecting a call. I was like, I mean, like as soon as I stopped praying, it was like my phone started ringing.
Damn.
Nice.
That's not a coincidence. That's not some weird thing. That's God, and God spoke, and I think part of the reason I have so much confidence in what I'm doing now is like because I know God spoke it into my life. There's not a doubt in my mind, and it's really like I know that this is going to be bigger than football was. Like I know this is going to be bigger than the NFL. Like I know I've had agents tell me that you need football, you need the platform that the NFL provides, you need it to be something in art. And I was like, that I don't. I'm getting overly. You gotta tell me if I'm getting overly like biblical and stuff. But there's this parable. There's a story about how Jesus is in the desert and the devil is tempting him, and like he showed him the whole kingdoms of the planet, and said, "I can give all this to you." And Jesus was like, "Don't tempt me. Like, stop tempting me." And I was like that. It's like I don't need any of that because that's where I am right now. Is why I'm so confident. Like this is gonna take off. So I'm just diligently painting and waiting.
Yeah, we just put up a couple pictures. He just put up a picture of yours. It's kind of like a Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just put that one up on the screen. That as I said, they look great. Like I said, that's
You got to see some of my more recent work. I'm steadily improving.
Yeah, I said that one right there. It's got with the charge on behind it. Yeah, that's like I said. Those look great, man. That's what I said. Nice job.
Yeah. No, it's like a door in my head swung open that was like locked away. I feel like I'm little me, like again, like I was like 7 years old again, like 7-year-old me, like reemerged from my psyche, and all this art stuff just started pouring out.
Well, they say they say the goal, and like you said, you're like, I don't know if I made the right choice. I mean, but when you think about it, what is the goal for all of us? Is we want to grow up. You want to make something that's going to make money, going to make your life, but you also want some, they always say the challenge is find something you love and you'll never regret making that choice.
No. Yeah. Well, like, think about this. You get to do something you love every single moment of your life because the goal is to make money so that you can live in a way that's like you're enjoying yourself, right? But like so many times, like you spend, there's a story where like the fisherman, there's this guy in like the islands and he has a little fishing shack and he fishes all day, provides enough for his family. His family has everything they need. And then the businessman comes to him and says, if we do this, this, and this, we can expand your operations, get you all these boats, and in 25 years you can retire and have this. He's like, why would I do that? I'm already doing what I love. He's like, why would I do all that? And then it's like, life is not only about money.
Yeah,
It's about
true.
enjoying the moment, enjoying what you're doing, because like this is it. This is it. Honestly, and I don't mean that like some like careless like let's go get effed up and destroy our bodies, like be in the moment. I'm saying like be intentional because time is short.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I said, you could have taken that agent's call, been miserable doing something that you weren't, happy about doing. But look at right now. You're actually at peace. You're enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I was talking to my girlfriend the other night. And I was like, I have never been this happy in my entire life.
What you need.
So you got the girlfriend too. So you got.
So is that a new one, or that's the one that's support?
And you got the right
This is
one.
new girlfriend. Yeah, no,
Look, I mean,
she was a Knights move dancer for
nice.
UCF for 4 years while I was there. We never met. I always like oogled after her, but never talked to her. And then I don't know, we just got connected like 5 or 6 months ago.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's been like
that's what it is.
surreal, the whole thing. So
God made you stay here. You found the girl, and you're not freezing your ass off right now in the snow.
what happened?
Because
I said you're not in KC right now because you made the right choice. You got the girl that you were on the sidelines. Do you ever catch yourself sitting on the couch right now going, God, she actually is right. She's right here.
Well, no, it's like that's exactly what it feels like sometimes. Because I'm like, I can't, like, because I would, like, I guess I was creeping, but I would look at her during the games and stuff. So, but it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool to have the history because it's fun to go back to our home school and like enjoy the games together. So
the real twist would be as well if while she's performing, she was always trying to catch looks over at your way.
Yeah, that
both get
I
distracted.
can confirm that did not happen.
Oh man.
So where are you located now?
Huh?
So where are you located now?
I'm in Tampa currently.
You're in Tampa. Okay.
Oh, you're in Bull Country.
And then I'm sort of actually Jake Brown. You know Jake Brown?
Yeah, I think so. Another offensive tackle,
right tackle for for UCF this year. He's asked me to train him for the draft. So
okay.
I'm gonna go move out to California for a month and a half and train him, get him right.
Okay.
So
is he playing
because I've lost like 50 pounds since I stopped playing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I lost 50 pounds in like 10 weeks, and
nice.
And I'm like, my abs are peaking right now. I got a 4-pack. I'm like 270, 275, and I'm like leaner and healthier than I've ever been. So yeah, I'm gonna get him right. That's exciting. I'm excited to get him right. I'm excited to train him.
Is he playing the bowl game this Monday, or is he just
definitely,
he quit?
Definitely. So you played with him 1 or 2 years?
Yeah, he was my roommate. We were together for like 3 years. He was my roommate. He's like my little brother for sure. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's grown a lot, man. So it's cool to see. Same with Jordan Johnson. Jordan Johnson is a big reason I am who I am today. Is because I've never really told him that, but him coming in and being the way he was when he came in is a little immature, and I was immature at that point in my life too.
Well, you're high school,
and
man.
Like we butted heads, and it taught me how to be a better leader and a better communicator and stuff. And it's definitely impacting my life every day now. So
that's cool. We're trying to get him on, and like I said, if you get him, like I said, we've had a couple opportunities we keep missing. He's had like some charitable work going on. So if you ever talk to him, like I said, we'd love to have him on too.
Yeah, for sure. I'll try to get in touch with him.
It was kind of I have his number and stuff. It was hard because
where did the other guy go? Austin?
Yeah, Austin. Yeah, he was bringing up a piece of your art there. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. It was kind of hard because when I first got him on, he was doing a toy drive, and I was like, "Oh, it's okay, man. We'll get you on Sunday." Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you get him? You said when we tried to get him on, he was doing a toy drive on last Sunday.
Oh yeah, no, he's always get really involved in the community. He's gonna do big things.
That's good.
Okay, can Aaron hear me?
He's gonna do big things. I'm excited. Him and Roverson, and
I'm gonna restart.
Yeah, they got a lot of good guys coming up, and they're gonna do big things.
Yeah, he's got a picture up there right now. It looks like it says "Beautiful Disaster," and it's looks like a lion inside it. It looks like it just kind of a older style wall with brick and the plaster. Like I said, that's a nice looking picture, man. That's one of yours, isn't it? Is that one of your work? Yeah, it looks like yours. It's kind of a yellow. It looks like a lion in the center.
Yeah, is it the Roaring 21?
It says "Beautiful Disaster" on the titled.
I'm not sure which one you're looking at. My sister named some of them when she put them on my website without my permission.
It was. Yeah, it was kind of like in the words that said "Beautiful Disaster." It showed a lion and it showed wall right in between two walls. They were kind of starting to fall apart. And this other one, it looks like he's got. It looks like Kermit the Frog sipping his tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the FAU disc painting.
Nice. That's
So
awesome.
I got a question for you. Like, if you can get into details, I mean, if you may want to, you may not want to. What made the manager call you arrogant? I mean, did you have that spirit behind you? Like, okay, I'm going to go paint. I don't really care about your opportunity right
No,
now.
actually, painting wasn't even in my realm of thinking then. I was like determined I was going to be in the NFL. I was going to be the best. I was going to like make a name for myself in football. I think in that I got a chip on my shoulder when I didn't get drafted. So this is gonna be a long answer. Is that okay?
No, yeah, go
That's
for it.
fine.
Oh, you're fine.
No, this is what we want.
So I had 6 epidurals my senior year, so I could play.
Wow.
I two herniated disc in my back. I was messed up. I was doped up before every game just so I could play and everything. But so I made all that sacrifice, and then I sacrificed playing in the Peach Bowl because I knew if I didn't get the surgery when I could get it, I wouldn't get it until late, and I knew I wouldn't have been ready for any of the draft stuff, and I would have completely missed my opportunity. So I was just like, I made that decision. So I kind of let that not playing in that game really did a number on me. And then when I didn't get drafted after being told I was going to get drafted, like 4th round or something, it like set another layer of like bitterness that I didn't need. And so whenever then I just turned to money and domination, so to speak, and so I was just like relentless, and I was just obsessed. Like if it wasn't perfect, I was like I would call someone out on it or something, and I was like I was a dick. Excuse my language, but I was a dick.
You're fine.
And I was just very angry. I was very mean. I was very bitter. And I think when I was dealing with, because I was a rookie and I was dealing with supporting staff, I know with maybe some of the strength staff, I would be like, I don't understand your protocol. Like because I understand workout protocols fairly well. And I was like, I don't understand why we're doing this technique before this technique. Doesn't it need to go like this or something like that? And I think it was perceived as I was being a know-it-all or whatever. But and I would and I honestly I was to the point where I just didn't care. That started happening with the 0-12 year, and I got like this attitude where I just didn't care, and so I would if a coach was like, "I want you to ask me hard questions," and I was like, "Okay, bet." So I would ask hard questions just to see. Like I was like I didn't care. I wouldn't try. I didn't care. I would push boundaries I shouldn't have pushed. But so yes, I probably deserved being called arrogant. Looking back on it, 2020 hindsight, I didn't want to take corrections from people unless I thought that they had some sense, and that's arrogant. Like who am I to assume? You know what I mean? It's just like yes, I was arrogant, and I needed that wake up call because it's forced me. Someone told me last summer before I got called arrogant, but they told me that everything that you do, you bring that energy back into your life. So you bring that back into your relationship. So you bring it affects how your relationship with your parents are. It affects how your relationship with your siblings, your spouse, your significant other, anyone. It affects how your relationship manifests with the stuff that you have in your own life. So and that wake up call for me, like, and it started this unraveling of layers and layers of anger and bitterness. But that really spurred my my relationship with my sister is like better than it's ever been in my entire life. I've never had this relationship with my sister. My mom and I's relationship is great. Like everyone in my family, like, it's everything's improved. So it's just been a large evolution. So yes, I deserve to be calling arrogant. At the time, it made me very, very angry and upset. I think it actually brought me to tears when they told me that. And I was just like, and I needed it. And here I am now, though. I'm not by no means perfect, but I'm not the man I was.
No, it's, it's kind of, I was going to say that, you kind of touched on a lot of it too. I've always been kind of a believer, because everybody always asks that question. If you could go back in time, would you change this? And I've always been, no. I'm like, yeah,
You be you.
I'm who I am because of the mistakes, because of the choices I made. I'm in where I'm at right now. If I change something, I may not have my wife. I may not have a kid. I may not be where I'm at. I go, it's just what I did wrong made me stronger, changed me.
Yeah.
And that's the goodness. So I could see that in you because, like I said, those things, that coach, even at the time, that was the hardest time. Him calling you arrogant. I mean, you're at where you need to be right now because of that, and which is awesome.
Yeah.
So the injury you had, was it a weight room injury, if you want to talk about it, or a football
Yeah, no.
injury?
So I actually played 2 seasons on it. I got it the spring that Frost staff came in. We were doing some competition in spring ball practice. That's when I was squatting like 700 pounds. I was like a tank at that point. And we were doing a fireman's carry, and I was carrying a guy that was like 360 pounds. And I was running him across the field, and he slipped. And I caught him mid back, and it just kept running. But like whatever I did slipped my disc. And I was fine. I kept going. The next day, I could barely walk, and I was just like, I don't know what's wrong. My back is hurt. But I didn't get an X-ray until that's Christmas. So that was like May. I didn't get an X-ray or March. Now I had an X-ray until Christmas because like I played the whole season. I would just take lots of pain pills and like get lots of rehab. I picked up like a dumbbell to do some exercise, and my whole back threw out. And I was like, my hips were stuck in an angle. You could see it like how I was standing. And I was like, I'm hurt. Like I'm hurt. And I got my X-rays. I had 2 herniated discs. That's when I got my epidurals. Trained. I had like the craziest off season. That off season, I gained like 25 pounds. That spring ball, everyone thought I roided. I jumped my protein intake to like 300 grams a day, and I was eating like 6,000 calories a day.
Wow.
I was eating like 12 eggs, 3 shakes, and 4 meals a day, every day. And I got yoked, and I got really, really strong, and then I slipped it again in that summer, right before the season. And I was like, I don't know if I could even play. I was like contemplating getting the surgery like 3 or 4 weeks before the season, and like missing the first 3 games and then playing the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. So I got another 2 epidurals and like booster shots, and then you're allowed 3 every 6 months. So it was like right at the 6-month line. So I got more. I played the season, did the whole shots before the game and pain pills, and here I am.
The dark side of football, all the behind the scenes, the shots.
Yeah, that didn't happen, right?
No. Nope.
Hey, Aaron, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I had an issue with my phone. It's iPhone crap. No, we tried getting Jordan Johnson on from previous. At the time he had the toy drive, but then we got him on again, and he just graduated, so he had a bunch of stuff going on. So I understand. We'll keep in contact and get him on. Excuse me, but so back to when in 2015 we went 0-12, and then Scott Frost comes in. We see hope. Did the locker room see hope? Not only going 6-6, but with McKenzie and everybody else, you saw a change and you saw exciting. Did you expect to go 0-12 and then 2 years later 12-0? I mean, did you see that happening, or did you just see a winning season?
Bro, you know how much? Do you know what rage feels like? Do you know what rage feels like? I would be raging after every game we lost that 0-12 year.
Oh, I tell you, man. As a fan, I know we were angry, and because I played
Oh,
high school football, I never got a chance to go live. I mean, go
I
to
couldn't.
college. But oh man, I tell you what.
I think the Cincinnati game, the 12-0 season, was when I was like, oh my gosh, I was
Yeah.
like, we're something special. Because I was sitting there, I was like on the side, and I was looking at my O line coach. I was like, why is it this like? I was like, why is it this easy to score?
Yeah.
Because I think we scored 11 straight drives or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, what is going on? And I was like, I couldn't believe it because I was like, I don't understand. And that's when I think everything clicked for me. I was like, we're really, really good.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And it was a really satisfying. That year was very, very satisfying.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can ask anybody, but like they said, this senior year was the most like the best, I guess you could say. But honestly, I liked interviewing you because you had Fiesta Bowl win to
Yeah,
0-12 to 6-6 to 12. I mean, you had them all. So I
yeah.
was
I had a
excited to
taste of
bring you
everything.
on. And like,
I had the range of bowl experiences.
yeah, I mean, it's just up and down. I mean, and then all the way to the national championship playing Auburn. So, um, I mean, let's ask a question: who do you like? Obviously, Mackenzie did a lot more. Do you like Mackenzie, or did you like playing with Bortles better? Because you played with both, so
Well, I didn't really get an opportunity to protect
yeah, that's
Bortles
right.
when I was a freshman, but they're not really. That's that's like a LeBron James and Michael Jordan comparison. They're not
Yeah,
the same players. You know what I mean? They're both
yeah,
just
yeah,
really good.
in different ways.
Yeah, like because Bortles is 6'5",
Yeah,
giant, like powerhouse quarterback, and we got a finesse McKenzie player who's like his field IQ is crazy,
yeah,
and like his visual, like his awareness on the field is nuts. Um, so like they're just completely different players.
yeah.
Awesome.
I know if I remember correctly, I was at the conference championship game with Scott Frost when we were playing Memphis again. And the news broke that we were losing him. Did you guys know that during the game, or did you find
Yeah,
out
we found out
afterwards?
at halftime. That was
Oh, jeez.
weird.
Ooh.
How
That's the
did that
weirdest.
affect the locker room, or?
Well, like so, I heard guys looking at their phones and they were like, "Yes, this is happening," and I was like, immediately shut it out of my head. I was like, "We got to play the rest of the game,"
Yeah,
uh, and I think that's sort of what the mindset was. But that was a sour day, to
yeah,
say
I
the
bet
least.
it was.
Like
Lyrics back.
what we did, going 12-0, conference championship, setting out to do everything that we did, and then getting the dagger in the heart on top of
Yeah,
it. It was brutal. It was really it was brutal. It felt terrible.
yeah,
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like it was nice to win it, but it was just like I was angry all night. Like my memories from that day are very sour.
yeah.
Wow.
We knew
So
as a fan, we kind of knew everyone kind of knew it was going to happen, but breaking it during the middle of the game that wasn't cool, and it shouldn't have happened. Like with Mike Norvell, what happened with Memphis to FSU? It's good he broke it after the conference championship, but man, I want to know what it felt like during the locker room during that.
No,
But
it was a very it was a not a good environment. They tried to have a team meeting afterwards, and I know I was like cussing up. I was mad. I was like
oh yeah,
I was going off. I was like, why would I go? I was like, why would I go? I was like, after all we did, I was like, why would I go?
yeah,
I was like,
Yep.
so I went to dinner. I got like a beer and a pizza at Mellow Mushroom with my family. Just like sat there and sulked.
so the
Even though we just
question
won the conference. What'd you say?
yeah.
so the question of the evening that I be trying to get Austin to understand. Do your best year at UCF, do you think you all could have competed with Alabama? That's my biggest
And
question.
that was
Yeah,
your
I actually
2017
do.
national championship.
No, I actually do. I'm sick and tired of the name branding. No, genuinely though, because the Auburn did the same thing, and we smacked Auburn.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
And the same thing is with like LSU. Like it's because these name brand conferences come in, and like it is such a mental block for players. Talent wise, it's always there. And if we can
yeah,
go in as a, because think about how they're pampered every single day of their lives. They get the Alabama check on their chest, or the Auburn, and they're getting paraded on every sports network possible, and blah 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 blah. Think about what that does to their mental being, and then think about UCS, who are just like we're gung ho all the time, but then we're getting constantly shit on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it does something to your mental, and for us to go in and win a game like that, that's a big statement, and I think that needs to be noticed and recognized.
Yeah.
And like, and I think the reason why Alabama is so consistent is because they get crazy recruiting classes consistently, but like whatever system he has is tried and true, and they have a bread and butter, and they do it day in and day out, and it works. And that's what, if UCF wants to be on that level, that's what we got to do. We got to be consistent. But I think that season we could have played Alabama.
Nice.
I know
I don't see why not.
that I could handle their DNs when I was playing. Like, there's not a question in my mind. When I saw Auburn's DNs, I was like, "This is it. This is the SEC." I was like, "This is it."
If you gotta think about it, man.
A different jersey on these boys.
Exactly, they're the same size as you guys. They're the same high school, same age.
They're the same size, the same
air
coach, the same thing. They just got a different jersey and a different pretentious attitude than we did.
Yeah,
nice.
That was an awesome answer.
Yeah, it isn't like that. We're national champions.
That's right.
Well, like even like people saying, like, I saw some Twitter post and I shared it. And here's, if the Twitter people want to hear this, you can tag that post. And they're like, we want to hear what you have to say. Here's what I have to say. They posted, LSU Barstool or something posted.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, this joke of a program, UCF, but this hit made our quarterback who he is today. And I'm like, how ironic.
Yeah.
I'm like, how ironic that our starting D lineman cracked your quarterback and made him look like a chump on national television. And you guys want to say that we have a trash program. You're saying trash validated your success, LSU.
Exactly. Pretty much.
So
it's true.
So
man.
what are you then, LSU? Trash.
LSU's quarterback, Joe Burrow, was nothing. James Connors,
he snapped him into another dimension.
It just blew him up, pick six, and then all of a sudden he's a Heisman candidate.
Joey Connors hit that boy so hard. We got another quarterback from another LSU dimension.
Pretty much.
It switched.
They just like clapped him across, like split.
That's why Chris is pretty good. Chris is pretty good with it. But you weren't in 2018 season. 2017 could have done it. We lost we got Heupel in 2018. We went undefeated again, and we're playing a second SEC team in 2 years. We lost by 8, but no one realizes that we had a backup quarterback. I love Mac.
Exactly.
He was a back. He started 2 games, man. 2 games the entire year.
Do you realize what we would have done?
Yeah, and that's what everyone's like. Oh, you lost to LSU. We lost by 8 points to a now not almost national champion.
We had a Heisman candidate quarterback we lost that wasn't playing the game. Are you kidding me?
So that's why I tell everybody, man. I don't like saying it because Mackenzie got hurt. It happens, but dude, you cannot say that we're not a good program. This year was off. I talk about it all the time.
It's disrespectful.
What happened this year?
It's this disrespectful like propaganda. Like it's almost a joke now, and it's annoying. Like as much as I kind of think the way we went about the national championship thing, like how it really worked publicizing our school, but I also think it put a bad taste in our mouth with a lot of the sporting community nationwide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's definitely a caveat to what we did, or if that's the right way to say it.
That's awesome. Well, cool.
You got to play with Shaquille and Shaquem real quick, right? That was your years.
Yeah, I blocked Shaquem every single day, man.
Oh my god! So there was rumors that O'Leary just I'm gonna get it wrong. Shaquem, he never let him play, and all of a sudden Scott Frost comes in, and now look at him, he's playing the NFL. It's like, why was O'Leary doing it,
man?
That was a question.
You don't need a hand if you can engulf somebody with your speed.
Exactly. So that's the problem, man. O'Leary and then Craig loves it because he's a Seattle fan, so he's got both Griffin brothers on his team, So, no, man, that's awesome, though.
No, but Chris, Aaron, man, it's awesome. Having you on. We're gonna do a quick reset and get to the other part right here. Like I said, just really appreciate you coming on, telling your story.
Yeah.
Tyler said it's. We're gonna post your stuff out there because, like I said, we really want to get. Your name out there, your art, just do the stuff like I said, just to promote yourself, just that way you don't say, because like I said, the story from you, it's like that's an awesome story. I mean, it just come from extreme lows to where you're at right now. I mean, it's just it sounds like everything's working really well for you right now.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
God be the glory.
Are you going to the bowl game?
No, I'm actually going out of town to see some family for Christmas, so I won't be able to make it.
That was my other question too. You said you're training Brown. Is he gonna play the bowl game, or is he just getting ready for draft? You know, he pulled out.
Yeah, he's playing in the bowl game as far as I know,
Gotcha.
and I think he's playing in a senior bowl as
Okay,
well.
cool.
Mid-June.
Awesome. That works then. Awesome.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna transform that man.
Hey,
Ooh,
hey.
I can't wait.
The more in the NFL, the better. We got you said Akins is still in there, or Atkins. We got both Griffin brothers. We got Craquan Smith is killing it right now. The more UCF, the better, man. I love it. Honestly.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what also transforms a man?
Oh, here we go.
Kelly Brock's beard oil. It takes that scratchy steel wool thing that she doesn't want to even come close to snuggling up next to. You put that on there, she's all up in your beard.
Yep.
Yeah, she loves the smell. It's gonna be all over you, man. Like I said, you gotta get, even from the mustache to the full beard to the
Everything.
ZZ top. Proper beard care is the way to go. Like I said, Kelly Brotz, BrotzBeardCare.com. Check him out. He's our sponsor. I said we always try to catch a little plug. Just help him out. And I said check him out. If you go 3 capital B beards, and in the promo code you get 20% off his stuff. And then Nancy Burke at Nanny Cakes, amazing cakes. We got to try a piece of wedding cake. Fantastic cake.
Yeah, delicious, man. It's too. If you ever have any, Aaron, you might gain a lot of weight back. Honestly, you lose that 4-pack.
You should see how I eat. It's just time. It's when you eat. That's the secret.
Exactly.
Nice.
I gotta do it, man. Yeah, I always check her out. Facebook, Nancy
look
Burke.
at my Instagram. You'll see one of my transformation posts. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM though. If you want to get right, I can help you out.
Put yourself right now, man. It's like what's your Instagram handle?
Artist too.
A.Evans_art.
Okay. And then I said, do you have a website or anything for people?
Yeah, my website is king-frog.com.
Nice. Like I said, we got to get your plug. Well, cool.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a real quick reset right here. We're gonna end here. We're gonna do a real quick set, and then we're gonna be talking some unusual holiday traditions. So just
I'll stay on for a little bit longer. I can't stay on too much longer.
No, this one will be quick. Like I said, we'll be entertaining. So, all right. So we're gonna end this right now, and then we'll do a real quick reset. Go grab another beer, do what you need. Like I said, and we'll be right back.